What's good, y'all? It's your boy KCB. We back at it. We got another one. I usually do little intros for these, but I had had to go to the auto shop today and take care of some stuff. So just doing stuff all day. That adult life. So next time, guys. Next time. But for this video, as you probably saw from the thumbnail there, so we're gonna make a hit beat for Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X just dropped Montero last night, I believe. Yeah, last night. So, crazy. The video's crazy. I mean, it's just good that he can be himself now, and it's good for the youth growing up to see that you can be yourself too. So yeah, just crazy video. I mean, Lil Nas X. Most of the songs I've heard, I mean, they're all hits. He does certain things in them that makes them hits. He has the formula down. He gets, nice beat that has just a catchy melody, good drums, good production, of course, lots of transitions. And then the hook is super important. He always makes really good hooks. A lot of times the songs are fairly short with like 2 hooks and then 1 section for verses. If there's features, you can kind of add on to that. So I wanted to make beat that's going to have some of those elements here. One thing I've noticed in a lot of the beats is that in the background there's just kind of like a simple progression going on, so I want to start with that first. As far as the key and scale, I've noticed like quite a few of his songs are in F minor. These songs are usually a little bit faster pace. Generally probably wouldn't go any lower than 130. I would say honestly about 140, 160 range is best for these. So we're going to go ahead and kind of start with like a little progression and then add to the melody and then add the drums and piece it all together. So let's do it here. So the first one, we got this little key here, sounds like this. So we got that. So I just kind of wanted like a little progression here. I just have it in 2 octaves here, so it's an F minor. So we got this down here, very simple, sounds like this. So we just got that, we just duplicated it there, and then from there you're just going to kind of add to it. So guitars are oftentimes used in this, but like in the Montero song it's mostly guitar, but I didn't want to just copy that since it just came out. I want to do more of like what I think like Panini or some of the other songs he has that have more of like a bell or a synth noise to it. So I want to go ahead and so I got like a pluck here called the Happy Bell. Come on now, this is made for Lil Nas right here. So we got the little Happy Bell here, and we just want a melody that you can really just hum, just something very simple you can hum to, and he's going to use the vocals and harmonize kind of off of that. So we went ahead and got this Happy Bell. It sounds like this. And so something very simple pattern here. I just play around with the melody, usually try and kind of hum it out and go from there. So we got this. So very simple. We just went ahead and hit Alt-R to randomize just to give it a little more realistic feel. And then there's one part where I wanted just like a tiny bit more bounce to it, but the same bell pattern. So I made another pattern with the same melody, but then I just kind of I just cut the note on one section. So it's like this. And then same on the end. And we just have it repeating back here. So because in this beat we're going to use a couple different like transitions, kind of add to the beat, take away to the beat. So we have those there, and then I wanted to add in a lot of these beats there's like a real nice bass to it, so we pretty much just took our root notes and added some bass. So it's like this. Bass is great for those transitions and kind of adding up, and kind of like ramping up the emotion in the beat there. So we got that part there. So that's most of our melodies. I did want to add one little flute for like the main part of the hook, and so I took this one. We did this. So it's pretty much just like the root notes, except we just kind of chopped it so it has like a little bit of a bounce to it. So we're going to have that playing for part of the hook there. And then for the drums, we pretty much just did, so like for the 808, we pretty much just copied the root notes here. So we just copied that and added some nice bounce to it. So we got that there. As far as we just have a standard clap on this, and then I just kind of added, you know, the kick. We added a kick very similar to our 808 pattern, but I took a couple notes out, a couple hits out there, just because when it kind of cuts off and we don't have the 808, we only have the kick. I didn't want just a continuous, you know, hit on it. And then for the hi-hat, I just wanted a nice little pattern that had, you know, a little bit of space to it. So we got this one. And so I'll play you guys all of our drums here. Nice and bouncy, so that's what we want on these beats here, because these type of beats, what I call a hit beat, which really, I mean, it's just something that's super catchy, doesn't have anything super crazy going on to take away from the sound. So the thing about these beats is it's really important how you lay them out, because Lil Nas X, in a lot of these beats, he has a chorus or a hook that's like maybe like 32 bars long. It's usually a long hook that has two different sections that repeat themselves, and then a lot of times, like I mentioned before, he has like one verse and then it goes back to the hook and then it kind of fades out there in the end. So we did just a little bit longer of an intro, about 16 bars here. That's kind of our melody, builds up with some drums in the bass, goes right into the first part of the hook, in which he can repeat for two times for 8 bars, and then the second part of the hook for 16 bars, so kind of repeats 8 and 8 again. And then it's going to go into the break where he's going to have the verse there, then it's going to lead back up with the bass going back into the hook, repeating again, and then it's going to kind of go off of that and just kind of end with some drums in the melody again. Most of these songs are pretty short. This one's around like 3 minutes, I believe, for the beat here. So yeah, just remember, arrangement's really important with an artist like Lil Nas X. So we got it all arranged out there. So let's listen to it, y'all. See what we got.
Kyle, cook this beat.
see, that's a vibe right there. I mean, you can really see how those transitions and arranging a beat like this makes a huge difference, especially compared to some of the other beats we do in the other styles. So that's how I do it, man. That's how I make a hit beat there for Lil Nas X. So I appreciate y'all watching the video. Hit that sub, like, comment, all that. There's gonna be a lot more videos on the way. I hope you guys learned it, and like the video, man. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me and supporting me. It means a lot to me. So we're gonna keep this going, man. So till next time, y'all.